I haven't made a Cyberpunk video all year. Let's fix that. Hello everyone, I am MechaRandom42, the one, the only, the original, your favorite YouTube consumer advocate. Harpy, if you don't hear the slogan, is it a slogan now? Wow, it's a slogan. If you don't hear the catchphrase, then you haven't been watching my channel. You've been watching probably Vara Dark, and she's a great channel. I'm not having anything against her. I think people confuse me with her sometimes because I know she does a lot of gaming content. I do from time to time here as well. And if you guys do like my content or Vara's or anybody you watch, subscribe to them because that's why we're here. We're on YouTube. I tend to be a little harsher on things. I do whip out the writing crop from time to time, and I forgot to bring it over. So let's sneak it into frame with our toe claws. Is it a toe claw? Probably. I don't know. No, you're not seeing my feet. Yes, we're getting the writing crop. It is one of those sort of videos. We're ranting about Cyberpunk. Oh, yes. And let's just go ahead and snap in the theme music. And cut it. This crap. Again. Just admit you don't like video games and you needed a little rage bait article for us to correct. Please, Stacey Henley, who wrote this article for VG 24/7. What is VG? Is that a Vegas site? Is it a Vegas-y bloggy site? What do you do at VG? Oh, should I click it? Is it going to be bad? Is it going to be would that be the letter J, though, that it might be standing for? What is, oh, don't give me that. VG24, you know what, fine, it's a gaming one. Don't give me the cookies crap. It is too late in the afternoon for cookies. Thank you very much. Now, Cyberpunk 2077's attitude towards women are more 1997 than 2077. You know why? This was something that was conceived in the 90s. Yeah, that's part of it. Second, you're a little bit missing, I think, the point of a lot of this. So can you just stop? Nobody believes that you're actually offended by this, and here's where we're going to rip into your article. Stacey, if that is indeed your real name. Cyberpunk 2077's presentation of women reminds us that gaming still has blind spots for representation. Okay, first off, you can't get any more representative in a video game where you can just make a carbon copy clone of yourself with enhancements of your choosing. Weren't born with a dick, you can put one in on your Cyberpunk character, even if you're a chick. You can have both. You can have either. You can mix and match. You can choose whatever combination of gender you want to identify as in your video game. All right? That was the first thought that I had with this video game when we learned that you could mix and match and choose and have the slider to figure out how big or little you want them. Either way, it's cool. You do you. But no, that's still not enough for these journalists. These journalists who will not get a click from me any other way because, let's face it, I don't need to know anything else about Cyberpunk right now other than it was promised to be a Skyrim in Blade Runner City-ish, not specifically, and it turned out to be a Grand Theft Auto in Blade Runner City-ish. And I know it's Night City. I'm aware of that. Representation is something only narcissistic, selfish assholes who have no personality outside of reeing and crying and complaining on social media. It is for them. It is for those people. It is for the people who cannot see anything without needing to see themselves in it. And you know who created this? The marketing people, the advertisers, the people who decided to tell you and appeal to your inner, selfish little monsters. Not my viewers, obviously, but the people who believe that they need representation. Those selfish little children who will lie when their hand is caught in a cookie jar, who need everything to be about them because they have not evolved past a toddler. That is who representation is designed to appeal to. Those people. And the marketing companies did a damn good job at appealing to the bratty, selfish toddlers that are out there roaming the street needing to see themselves in video games because they don't understand that normal, evolved, grown adult human people like us, as much as we can be, considering we're alien observers to your planet, for all you know, these people really, really don't get it. They don't get that they can find a bit of some character to aspire to be. They don't have to look, because they're never going to look exactly like the people on screen. They have a better chance looking like somebody in a video game. Now, what do you say about this? Cyberpunk 2077's best characters are women, so what's your problem? What's your problem? Pan Am Palmer. So you're going against what you're saying in your first sentence, in your first paragraph. Pan Am Palmer and Judy Alvarez are head and shoulders above the rest of the cast. If you just look at the big picture stuff, there's so much to celebrate in the game's presentation of women. So is it presentation or representation that you want? Are you confusing the two? Because presentation are just having different... Guess what? There's different people out there, you dumbass. That's the problem with a lot of these articles. They don't get that there's other people other than themselves because they're so used to being conditioned. And this has exactly been my point all along, that representation is only designed to stereotype and shuffle and file and herd people into a little stereotype group where representation and presentation become the same thing, where you have people deciding, oh, we all have to look and act and think a certain way based on the color of their skin, for example, their gender identity, their political affiliation. Whatever the category is, they want to file and shuffle us in there. And these people honestly believe that it's okay to be a cookie cutter, cardboard, cutout, carbon copy of the next person beside them. That's your whole problem. Representation is just, you want the stereotype represented. That's what you get when you put in a quote-unquote diversity character as I was a black woman on drugs. Or associated with, in Batwoman's case. Seriously, this crap. It's like they're wanting and condoning stereotypes. The problem is, these examples... So she went on to say how many good examples there were, and they're awesome if you look at the big picture. Yeah, there you go. So you're just disproving your own point. The problem is, these examples are icing on a cake that's already been burnt. And not just burnt, but full of mud, and rocks, and blood, and scorpions. Good God, woman, what is your problem? Are you just melodramatic for attention? I mean, the moon is full. I guess that's why. I guess I could say that, because the moon is full, and that's probably why. A cake that's not just bad, it's nasty. Not poorly made, but designed to hurt instead of icing on the cake. Maybe the better metaphor is clay around C4. Oh, come on, we're crying out loud. Cyberpunk 2077 acts like it loves women, but Night City itself hates them. Then it hate everybody. Isn't it just basically Grand Theft Auto in Blade Runner Town? In any game with a character creator, historical statistics show that in general, more players would choose male. All right. First up. We know you're lying. We know that every male, and it's okay, guys. It's okay. I do too. You choose a female character because you want to look at their ass if it's a third person. Now, this game is a first person, so you don't even see your character. You don't even see your character. Unless you're getting in and out of the car or on those little naked bug scenes. Hey, maybe if it's a naked bug scene, more people want to look at a female body than a male. You know, I bet if I Googled one, I would find a study that said most people want to look at a female body than a male body just because they're more aesthetically appealing. Or does that go against your little gender studies degree that you probably don't even have? That you're just reciting back a bunch of bullshit you heard on Twitter? All right, and she gives a link, too. She gives a link here. I'm assuming it's a she, her. That'll be the thing they cancel me for if they've got a they, them in their pronoun. I didn't click anything other than your name. So if it's important enough to you for you to cancel me over, then you're going to put it in your freaking article. What is this? They won't care about my cookies. Mass Effect 3. Oh, then more players prefer a male shepherd in Mass Effect 3 as the article she's linking here. You're just using Mass Effect 3 as an example. And that is one of those games where you have a specific character. You're not playing as like your own character that you can be in. It's not Skyrim. You're playing as a specific character. And you still have a choice. So what's your problem? That people are picking a different character other than what you want? That's the big issue there, right? The other people are allowed to choose something. Not only that, with Mass Effect 3, most of your marketing, your presentation, your demos, your commercials, they're showing a male shepherd character. And a lot of the times people just want to see the story of the game and not role play. And they're going to go with kind of a default because that's what they've already seen in the trailers. That's what they've already seen as your main character. Look at something like Tomb Raider, for example. That is a game where you have a female main lead character that has a specific name. There's your big difference here. With your character in any of these other sort of games, like in Skyrim especially, you can be whatever character you crapping want. You can be any race, you can be any... It's an RPG. You can be a mage. You can be anything. And I guarantee you, still more guys are going to choose to play as females. Because it's sexier, because it's more interesting, because the female body is more aesthetically appealing. In a game with a character creator, historical statistics show. Well, it's a different sort of character creator. You've got, that's the big thing. That's the big thing. Her argument is completely flawed because she's only using a game that has a character creator that has a specific character with a specific name in it, with one specific storyline. When you go, like she's going just by Mass Effect, by the way. And if you guys have ever played Mass Effect, they're pretty linear in their story. There's not a whole ton. It's not like Skyrim where it's this huge open world RPG where you can immerse yourself and become that character. You're still playing Shepard's story in Mass Effect. And whether you want Shepard to be a man or a woman, it doesn't really affect the game that much, except some of the people you can sleep with are a little bit hotter to look at than some of the others. In my opinion, though, but that's just in my opinion. Yeah, men play these major games more than any other gender. Well, you're still missing the type of game. Do you even play video games at all, lady? Like, I can admit to being kind of a casual normie sometimes when it comes to these video games, but I understand the differences. I understand the difference between having a character you can see or not, having a character with a specific name and a story, and completely immersing yourself in a video game for your role-playing experience. So you're comparing apples and oranges for the first, to begin with. There are also a plethora of reasons for this, but I'd like to park them and just, it's a fact. Men do. So neener. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Like, seriously. No, this is just a and a neener just because she read an article on her own freaking site that she probably read. Did you write this one too? Brianna Hiller. Same fucking difference. Hillier. Same crapping difference. They're all terrible. Because one video game represents all of them, and you're just going to say neener. You're just going to say neener. So I always play as a woman, knowing I'm playing my game wrong. Actually, if you actually do any guy gamers, which I do, they play as women to look at their butts, and it's perfectly fine. Some games actually surprise me and feel incredibly inclusive. Most feature little winks or moments that suggest male as a default without it being too invasive. Cyberpunk 2077 is something else entirely. In fact, it's the most aggressively masculine game I've ever played. This is reinforced right from the start. In V and Jackie's first playable mission together, you're tasked with finding Sandra Dorset. You later find her naked, almost dead in an ice bath. In a scripted cutscene, you pull her out, with her skin bluing from the cold, her nipples clearly visible, as V stares into her lifeless eyes. A man in the bath with Sandra has given the dignity of underwear, but Sandra is not. Maybe he was too afraid. Maybe he was a pussy and too afraid to take it out. You ever think of that? Well, Sandra is the most unmissable dying naked woman. She's far from the last. Through Nights of Eve, we see several women. All right, I've watched gameplay of this. You see both. You see men and women. You're just focusing on the one. Because you read a little bit too much into it. Because the moon is full and you saw a guy in his underwear. This is just bullshit. This is just somebody wanting rage bait. This is just somebody wanting rage bait. We see women shooting themselves in the head while masturbating. We see snakes slithering towards a woman's naked buttocks. Dogs licking beer off a woman's naked chest. It looks like you just need to get laid, lady. Seriously, I'm reading this and I'm reading like a freaking romance novel. A woman spraying champagne suggestively down her face and chest. Uncomfortable numbers of naked breasts. And many, many, many more exploitative posters. Women are more attractive anyway. Anyway, you're reading too much into this. I guarantee you there are a lot, and I can't show you pictures of this even, because YouTube, so we're not even going to show you pictures. You've played the game. If you play the game, you know there's naked guys just strewn across the road. People are just dead everywhere. You know, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this article. This is just rage bait because somebody wants to complain for clicks. Half the time, these people don't even believe their bullshit, and we're tired of listening to it. So whenever you see somebody like this, just laugh at them and say, no, Stacy. Was I calling her Jessica? No, Stacy, this is not the case. You need to sit down, shut up, get me my slippers, and let me use your back as a footrest, because I am tired of these things. I do not want to deal with this crap in my video game articles if it was not for a lot of people trying to focus on a bunch of stuff that nobody actually cares about. I think a lot of these games will get done a little bit faster and be a little more finished when they launch. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42, and I am tired of people like Stacy. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!
Damn.